Is this the way that I should feel? Like I'm sitting down to my last meal. I had too many things to say. I wish for you to go away. Tell me things that aren't true. You tell me time always soothes. And now it's over. Those bricks are broken. And now it's over. Truth divine. I've been back for quite a while. I didn't mean to ruin your trial. Tell me things that aren't true. You tell me time always soon. And now it's over. Those bricks are broken. And now it's over. The truth divine. Yeah. All right, Spaghetti Fest. Put a little rock and roll into your lives. It's good for you, I promise. Boy, I'm buzzy. Turn the key and lock the door, and then I'm home again. It's the only thing that keeps me here. Can't change the way it makes you pay to lie inside her, but it's the only thing that keeps me here. And as it starts to rain, I'm not prepared. I try to speed away, but I'm just sliding every way. How does it feel? Rain going down. How Restlessly I check the time. We're here in just 1 hour, but it's the only way that I wanna feel. I turn the key, the engine starts another holiday, but it's the only thing that keeps me here. As the raindrops fall on the pavement, I try to speed away, and I'm just sliding everywhere. How does it feel? Rain going down. How does it feel? Rain going down. How does it feel? Rain's coming down. How does it feel? Rain coming down.
It is episode 12, last episode of the season, everybody. Yeah. Oh, that's sad though. We don't. Oh, I don't. Well, you know what? When it's sad and we don't want it to just to be the last thing, you still have a chance to listen this weekend as we stream live. The Midnight Spaghetti crew will be heading to the Harrisonburg Democratic headquarters. Shh. We're going to go streaming live outdoors. You know, we're going to be wearing masks the whole way until we get there. And then when we get on our mics, 6 feet apart, actually 8 feet, because I built the stage, so we have 8-foot decks. No one's going to be near each other. And we're going to rock that place out, play some Midnight Spaghetti music, and send it to you over this interweb. So we are really happy to have this last episode of the season. But still something to hold on to. And if you know what that means is every time we finish a season, we have the archive ready to go. So you can go from episode 12 tonight all the way back to episode 1 when, you know, shit was crazy. So it is an honor to be able to go 7 seasons now. I know as some people go, what are your seasons? Well, you know, I do a big cluster of episodes over a long time. And when it feels right, it's right. And we have things planned to corner those off. And what really makes this feel right is for the years that we did Spaghetti Fest on the last weekend of September, well, I would try to do the show leading up to this so we could hype the event. And we are still obviously committed to bringing good music to you. We just have to take our time here as we don't know about 2021 dates even for some events in the future. We are doing our best to see what is happening with some of those festivals and events. But what you do have is a music community and people who have a focus of things to do. And we are trying to rock the vote. So no matter what you believe, you know, you're not going to combust if you don't believe one way or the other, and you don't want to watch the Democrats feed. You can watch it, man. You can listen to us. You can get down. It's going to be good music. you can pick the time to watch. You can do whatever you want. But this is to get people to motivate to vote and then let the people decide. So, on another note, now that we are into playing music time, I'm really, really, really excited to give us the next artist. And that is, well, nothing other than the Afromotive. The Afromotive. I love saying that because Kevin, I really hope you're listening. I hope you're listening, Kevin. We got Lies from the Afromotive.
Depuis que l'exploitation s'est installée, le monde entier ne fait que se diviser. Depuis que la corruption s'est installée, les familles entières ne font que s'appauvrir. Oh, oh, oh. Ils nous prennent comme des chiens, wow, wow, wow. On doit les attendre pour manger. Ils ont tout le dessus. Et nous, on a le dessous. Depuis que l'exploitation s'est installée, le monde entier ne fait que se diviser. Depuis que la corruption s'est installée, les familles entières ne font que s'appauvrir. Ils nous prennent comme des chiens, wow, wow, wow. On doit les attendre pour manger. Ils nous prennent comme des chiens, wow, wow, wow. On doit les attendre pour nous approvisionner. C'est pour ça que je dis, we live like dog. We live like dog. I said, we live like dog. We live like dog. We live like a dog in this life. We live like a dog in this world. We live like a dog in this life. We live like a dog in this world. C'est la la.
were listening to the Ripe sounds of Ripe. Oh, the song was Dessert. And Ripe, we knew them through a friend kind of vibe thing going on when we played up at Booby's Brewery. There was one of their friends was their manager, and we were friends with her, and she asked if we could have them on Spaghetti Fest. We said, you know what? Submit. That's what you got to do. You got to submit when you got to play Spaghetti Fest. That was the rules back then, and them's the rules now when we have events. Meaning that with Spaghetti Fest, the cool thing was that people would submit and we would listen to all the recordings. Well, that is why you're getting a chance to hear some of these throwback submission tracks, which means that groups that said they wanted to play the fest, some of them did, some of them didn't, but all of them agreed to share their music with our archives as a part of the process, and explaining that you only have so many slots on a festival and you can't always take everybody. But a lot of groups got their chance and we would rotate, and then maybe even a group would submit again and then they would have their chance. And some groups would play multiple years because they were embedded followings or part of our community here in Harrisonburg that made the festival what it was. And for those of you who were listening the other or reaching out to us the other night or tagging us online saying that the air smelled like Spaghetti Fest, well, that's a really funny thing to say, but at the same time, I know what you mean. This time of year, when it's perfect to have a campfire and to walk around outside and feeling like you know it's just about to get uncomfortable soon, but right around now is the time where music would have been in the woods and you would have been dancing. That just makes me feel good that people felt it was a part of the tradition. That's what we are. This is why 7 years of doing Spaghetti Fest radio, and we're only a few years removed from the last Spaghetti Fest, which was Spaghetti Fest 15. So we're going to celebrate this weekend as we have a show to play. And this one, you know, as we were giving a little cheers in other episodes, I am giving a cheers to Danny Tamarelli for that Jounce set earlier on the pre-roll that I got to listen to. And shout out to John Buck. Hope you feel a little better, Buck. Don't worry, no, it's not Rona related, but Buck is a little injured. So we might be taking in quite a very good ringer. And maybe Joanna Smith is going to be joining us from the King Bolts. And I mean, well, she is married to our drummer. So hopefully we can convince our good friend Joanna Smith to come on in. She can lay it down. In fact, I've posted videos from the last show where we played with the King Bolts, and she was kicking butt out there at the Fantastic Farm. Even with not the concept of the social distancing going on like that and everything like that, it still sounded like it was pretty heavy bass and heavy good show for outdoors. It was awesome. So I felt good to have real sounds hitting me. It was quite feels like the first time. All right. So we need to play some fun stuff. And boy, do I have something to share for you tonight. I was recently working with a group of people on a project called The Next Big Thing. And they have launched, very similar to Spaghetti Fest Radio. And I had the honor of co-hosting the other night and sharing some of the music of some of the really what we say worldwide submissions that they got for their radio show. And it was an honor to be asked to be a part of what they were doing. And I also have a little bit of that music, which would be great for kind of just sharing with people the nature of that. Now, you wouldn't believe this because, this artist is not one of the Spaghetti Fest artists at all. But I'm pretty sure that if you listen to this artist right now, you could see them on a Spaghetti Fest stage, maybe even doing something cool with our friends, the Judy Chops. So I'm pretty sure we will have to reach out and do something really soon if I can just get everybody to wear their mask and everybody to do some more distancing and cleaning surfaces and following science. We will all come out and play again. And this is Nicholas Ruiz, Taste of Your Love. courtesy of Pukal Music. I hope you didn't know. I really appreciate you letting me have your music, Tommy, on our archive.
I feel your hand cold, baby, don't be shy. Come on, baby, you kiss me all night. Well, my mind, she tell me twice. Now I can taste mamacita, your perfume by my side. And all I want was losing my mind. But now I'm not scared of kissing you tonight. Baby, come on, I'm not alone. Yeah, sincere words, I love you so. Well, now I feel so fine, because you treat me right, baby. Your soul shines with a mind. I can taste ya, feel my arms. Baby, let me show you love. Come on. Lights on the lights on and my head explode. But you got me like a fiction now. Come on, go, feel so good. My rhythm moves you and you make it move. My skin knows it, feel me. Well, now I feel it so fine. You treat me right, and baby, your soul shines with a mind. Now, baby, I can taste ya, feel my arms. The taste of your love is like the honey, yeah. Your kisses sticks on my palate, yeah. Little spicy, baby, little sweet. I know that all you want is to be always with me. Come on, go, baby, I'm not alone, yeah. To see words, I love you so. Well, come on, don't you know? You told me, slap me with your love, and I'm all yours. It's like the fire of the stove. Heating up your inside and lighting your soul. Come on.
And that was Nicolas Ruiz from Pukal Music, The Taste of Your Love. That was really awesome. So we are obviously going to have to stick with our plan of the fill in the blanks game. And I'll be reading those to you soon after some more music. I'm just hoping you all are doing well. And I've been bringing in some of the outdoor plants of my obsession. Yes, my obsession. I can say it if anybody's listening or not. I like figs and I cannot lie. Yep, that's my favorite plant. And I got a bunch of them and I had to bring them in. And what better than in the studio? So right now I have all this audio equipment and all this gear and instruments and figs. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? All right? Figs are awesome. And I'm declaring that on Season 7, Episode 12, finale. Hello, my name is Mickey. And I'm a fig-obsessed horticulturist? I don't know what you call yourself. I don't want to say a figaholic because it's kind of weird. But yes, the truth is out there now. Hey, I brought him in for the reason I didn't want anything to go after him. All right, so we are gonna play some good stuff, and I'm gonna bust out stuff that people didn't think that I would have. Yeah, I have it, and lucky me. So I'm going to play something, and maybe you have to guess, because I'm not gonna announce it yet. But it is friend of Midnight Spaghetti's, friend of mine, my family in one way, and a group that inspired me to get into all this music business from an early age. So here we go. Well, you just gotta have to listen and find out.
Record.
I hope you can guess.
Don't waste your breath. Don't waste my time. If I hear one more excuse, I'll lose my mind. It's been a quiet war behind closed doors. Ain't it getting hard to keep your balance anymore? Walking on a wire, higher and higher. You told the truth, but you're still a liar. Walking on a wire. You deal in black and white and everything in between. You were blessed with such finesse, I almost know what you mean. Now I could close my eyes, pretend to let it pass, but you live on borrowed time and it would never last. Walking on a wire, higher and higher. You told the truth, but you're still a liar. Walking on a wire, walking on a wire, higher and higher. You told the truth, but you're still a liar. Walking on a wire. And how does it feel with the whole world watching? Do you feel like you're gonna fall? Was it safer with your back up against the wall? And why did you try when you knew you were losing? Just one mistake and you're losing it all. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste my time. If I hear one more excuse, I'll lose my mind. Walking on a wire, higher and higher. You told the truth, but you're still a liar. Walking on a wire, walking on a wire, higher and higher. You told the truth, but you're still a liar. Walking on a wire. You told the truth, but you're still a liar. Walking on a wire.
All right. Well, I might have let it slip on the YouTube stream if you're watching that way, but if you're on the actual true and tried SpaghettiFestRadio.com radio tab page, then you know what's up. And if you go there, that's where you have to give your answers for the fill in the blanks, which we will be reading to you just in a moment. Not yet. I gotta give you a little more music. Got to stay focused on some tunes tonight. Oh boy, do I have to honor Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because what an outstanding human being. And just to say her name and keep her memory in what it means to persevere, to do good things and be a good person, we got you. We are going to carry this torch and keep on making the world a just place. That's what I believe. Everybody keep on making the world a just place. Make it fair. And keep that torch going. So I'm very moved by that life and that history and amazing experience we all got to witness of all the good things that she could do in our lifetimes. So much, much appreciated love and honor in your memory. So on that note, we are going to play a little Tom Principato, and the reason is because earlier I was playing some Tom Principato. I really came across a couple tunes that I really loved, or I was listening to his voice technically, and that's where I was like, man, Tom was ripping it up. So I was really feeling it. So in fact, here we go. Here's some Tom Principato. So we could just hear Tom give us some blues and make us feel good. Everybody needs some blues to make them feel good. Tom Principato. So I had to give you just a little bit of some of his ripping guitar. But as I told you, what really got me earlier today was Tom's voice in a specific tune. So I just had to give you a little rocking guitar. Now, there's another tune that I would have played for you, but there's one that he used to play at shows, Tangoed Up in Blues, and I always joke that it was Tom's Blue Cup. So I am not going to play either of those tunes next, but this one is called Running Out of Time. And he's just going to pull at your heartstrings, that blues on this one.
so hard to be the one who's left behind. Where did it all go? What am I gonna do? I can't believe that we are through. It's so hard to try and face another day when the one that you love is left and gone away. Goodbye, sunshine. Hello, rain. Just help me make it through another day. Leave me alone. Show me the way. Please help me, Lord, make it through another day. Why do we suffer long? Why must we pay the cost? Why does it have to be that way? I guess I shouldn't mind that I run out of time. I can rest my poor heart and ease my worried mind. And though I'm on my way, I know heartache will stay. Just help me make it through another day. I guess I shouldn't mind that I run out of time. I can rest my poor heart and ease my worried mind. And though I'm on my way, I know heartache will stay. Just help me make it through another day. Just help me make it through another day.
Oh man, Tom Principato. You know what? That was great. And I got to listen to it and go grab another beer. I give myself a lot of little mini cheers right there. That wasn't loud enough. But oh well. You can't just re-cheers, and I did like just a bunch in a row. So that was okay because I kept it cool. All right. So we have the fill in the blanks game tonight, and I'm gonna read them to you. We usually I kind of do like a premature drum roll sometime on it. So what I figured is instead I'm just gonna do a drum roll for when I'm actually reading the answers and a vibra slap because why not? There it is. So, one time out of the way, spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. I think that's what they said. And one Viper slap makes... I don't know. I can't say anything. You maybe y'all can help me with that. But that's not a fill in the blank at all. So maybe I shouldn't get sidetracked. Y'all should say, Mickey, stick with the program here. Stick with it. So, we are. If you go to the radio tab and give us your answers tonight, or if you're listening to YouTube, give us your answers tonight. You can comment there. If you are on the radio tab, it's easy to fill it in. If you are on the internet and listening through your phone anyways, and you're just surfing or putting things in your cart online to buy stuff and then not buy it, or just surfing Amazon, or whatever you do at late night on the internet while listening to me, why don't you just go to the page where you can fill it in, SPAGHETTIFEST.com. We have, the /SpaghettiFest-radio, but you can just go to the main page, SpaghettiFest.com, and click on the radio tab. If not, Funk at Midnight Spaghetti, we would love to get an email from you if you want to give us an email of your answers. Any way you do it, it's the last episode. If you haven't figured this out yet, believe me, by next season, there'll be a new thing going on, I'm sure. So we like to mix it up. We are bringing some new programs, and Spaghetti Fest Radio hopefully will reach some syndication deal with the next big thing. If any of you are listening, I think I was just kind of giving myself a little chance for you guys to pre-hear that. Maybe I'll give me a little chance to syndicate Spaghetti Fest Radio on your station now, as we go prestige worldwide, wide. All right, so the blanks for 9/21. Here we go. Number 1. Name bands with fruit in their name. Fruit in their name. Name bands with fruit in their name. Okay. Number 2. You guys know my answers for bands with fruit in their name. I like certain bands that do have fruit in their name. Number 2. Is this song about working out or about sex? Name songs that want to make you sweat. That whole point was I gave you an example in that little right there, okay? Because every time I mention I like that song, people... All right, we'll talk about it later. Number 3. We did famous people who aged well a long time ago in the show. And I know this is not cool, but we have to play with words on here to make it fun. Now it's time to talk about the Crypt Keepers. Top celebs that did not age well. All right, we're calling people out, okay? They're celebs. They're to be known. If they didn't want it, then all right, either way, we're not getting into that discussion. So, but unfortunately, we can say that some people aged well. That means that there's the opposite, those who do not. Number 4, name any pets who have or have had. Sorry, I did not say that right. Name any pets you have or have had. I don't even know how to read my own questions anymore. It's right around this time in the show where the beer kicks in, huh? Name any pets that you have had or you have right now. Include the breeds. Make it up if you have none, okay? This is a game. And name one famous voice you like and one you hate. Could be their real voice or in character played in a movie. We will do the rest. And we try to entertain you with these, so don't make me insert my own laugh sounds or anything I need, because that would be just not fair. So help me out here and give me some stuff I can work with, and I will try to do the rest to make it funny. We have done so many fill in the blanks that I think that I would have to go through the whole archive to keep track of all this. Maybe even make a game out of this. We could sell it. It would be like Cards Against Spaghetti. Yeah, just an idea. What do y'all think? So, number 5, locked down. Blank had a lock on it when I was a kid to keep people out or from taking something I cherished. I had a lot of ors in that. I realized on my own webpage, nothing's perfect, okay? You could work so hard in 2020 and it just gives you some Y2K shit that never happened in 2020. Yeah, I just said that. All right. So That was the lockdown category. I don't want my own questions to make me flip out. Number 6. Name something ridiculous you have traded either because you wish you hadn't or because it was a great deal. And what I mean by that is you remember you traded and you wish you had never gotten rid of it, or because you got the best trade ever. So we will, see how many of you all remember things you might have traded for. And does this bring up some memories? All right, number 7. And I hope that number 7 is not going to enterprise anybody and give me like no credit after I help everybody come up with this. But good humor, good service. Blank should be sold or is a service the ice cream man should take over. Let's be creative and see what the ice cream man could sell people or take over other jobs at the same time. Just think you hear music and know you get to go get your blank and some ice cream. It would be really funny if you were just hearing like some tunes down the street and you're like, oh man, there's my blank and my ice cream. You have to answer that. So I'm already laughing at the questions and we haven't gone anywhere yet. So more from the submission archive, or the as I call it, the live at the fest archive, which means music related to friends or family or people affiliated with the event. And I've established that because this was the season of this archive coming to fruition and more coming to it. I have a lot to do. We all have a lot to do. When I say that, I think that I've just realized that things I said I was going to do a long time ago, even during the early stages of social distancing, I'm now doing all of them all at once instead of, I'm going to spread these all out. And if any of you are like me, then hallelujah, I'm not the only one. So this is because I can play whatever I want, and I just feel like hearing them tonight. Can you all spare, I don't know how many times. Yep, it's SPMC, the Big Woo. I had to do it.
Lord knows it's the same. They always call them out. It's a band with no name. A hole in the wall, a dive to the eyes. Coming out of the cold and stay a while. Kicking it with Scotty, drinking some beer. The feeder line's forming somewhere near here. Downstairs there's nothing but clowns in the lounge, and some bad-ass jazz cats hanging around. Hey, baby, hey, it's SPMC. It's nothing you haven't already seen. Hey, baby, hey, it's SPMC. A kind of connection between you and me. So many fresh faces coming off the street at some intersection inside of this town. Soul searchers on a Salvation slide meet by 11 o'clock. TBA is getting down. Random guitars approach the space, carry the X with attitude you can't trace. Some major feedback and a howling PA. Check out our merch before you go away. SPMC, it's nothing you haven't already seen. Hey, baby, hey, it's SPMC. Kind of connection between you and me. Sure, priest make confession. Sugary, please, measure connection. Sloppy providence means casual. It's St. Paul Music Club as usual. Semi-professional music There's a place you can go, Lord knows it's the same. They always call them out, it's a band with no name. A hole in the wall, a dive to the eyes, coming out of the cold and stay a while. Kicking it with Scotty, drinking some beer. The feeder line's forming somewhere near here. Downstairs there's nothing but clowns in the lounge, and some badass jazz catchers hanging around. Hey, it's SPMC. It's nothing you haven't already seen. Hey, it's SPMC. A kind of connection between you and me. Hey, it's SPMC. It's nothing you haven't already seen. Hey, it's SPMC. A common connection between you and me.
All right, that was for me, okay, everybody? I really just needed a little bit of the big woo in my life for that moment. There it is. I got it a couple times for the season. It felt so good. Oh, yeah, they're so awesome. If anyone could have just been in that tent to feel the awesome of them playing The Who as the big woo when they played Bonnaroo 1. Some of you guys might have been with me there. So, and I know who was listening, who definitely was. So believe me, I am referencing a great moment for those who were under that tent. Meet the new boss. Sounded so cool. They didn't sound like they were from Minnesota when that happened. I think, was that Padre Penbique or whatever his name was on the bass? I'm going to get corrected. I will be corrected, and I'm sorry. This is a band that I just want to give a lot of respect to, and because we're closing out the season, it is worth just playing your friends and the people you care about and big groups from an era and time. A little bit of some future.
And we still worth it, babies like fast food. I take your order. But 2 more lives, and I swear I'll make y'all bitches serious up. Delirious with a lack of waking moment. And I still ain't made it to California. Be my brother for greatness and make erasure. Pointy finger, stake claim to this bullshit. I'm being famous, I'd rather die. Like kamikaze.
Oh, a little future. We got the energy going just right for people to be going all night. Oh man, I can't do the bass chant. Oh, and Buck is hurt. Oh, all right. We will keep you informed on Buck, but I hope you feel better, Buck. He's injured. No Rona. Just he's injured. No, Buck. Please, Buck, heal up. Everybody, Buck on the bass. Send your positive vibes. Get your mojo working. Oh, you see what I did there? I hope some of you know what I did there. But I'm not going to play that one either, so don't feel like I was just about to play that. It's not happening. But I know what is about to go on. I'm going way back, and this is like when we were puppies. It's what you do when it's surprise at the fest time or at Spaghetti Fest radio time. This is Spaghetti Fest 1, Dr. Funk, Midnight Spaghetti.
Give me one here. When I say hit it, I want you to hit it. Come on, come on, come on. Now I want you to hit it one time for me. Hit it! Oh, yeah. Come on now. Yeah, hit it! Yeah, yeah, hit it! Yeah, hit it! Come on! Come on, hit it! Come on! Hit it! Come on!
on. Who in the audience has a Sharpie? Who has got a Sharpie in the audience? You got, can I borrow it? Work? Does it work? Okay, now we're ready. Okay, now we're ready. We're gonna Sharpie in the house, and we're gonna rock a house. Rock a house, rock a house with the Sharpie in the house. Rock a house with the Sharpie in the house. We'll rock a house with the Sharpie in the house. We're gonna rock it till we come up like that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, folks, I want to tell you a story. 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 Yeah. Tell you about Dr. Ford. This story about Dr. Ford. Down doing my thing. I was feeling really good. It's something happened to me. I've been walking like I had the funk, see? I had the funk, see? I've been walking like I had that funk, see? I had the funk. I was feeling really good. I was feeling really fine. And I had the funk. And I got it going on. But then all of a sudden, what happened? Said, all of a sudden, I lost the funk. I lost the funk. Come on. I lost the funk, and I've been walking around town, and I didn't know what it felt like. I had a sharp pain in my chest, and I didn't know how it was going to go on, and I was like walking down the street. I've been like, something feels bad. Something feels really bad. I need my, something happened to my pacemaker. I think I might have lost the funk. I think I might have lost the funk. Let me try it out. Let me try it out. Let me try it out. Let me see if I lost it. Let me see. Hold on. All right, this is what I normally do. Don't work. Hold on, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Watch that. Hold on, let's try this again. Kick it off. I lost it. What am I gonna do? I don't have a funk anymore. I wanna get it back. Bambi, how do I get the funk back? Candy, how do I get the funk back? No comment. Candy, what is... Go see Dr. Funk! What? Go see Dr. Funk! You want to get the funk back? Dr. Funk? Who's Dr. Funk?
Dr. Funk is a very nice man. All right, so that was very, very retro Saturday night Spaghetti Fest 1. You can tell by how freaky late night the set was. And now that I realize how crazy we were back then, I don't I go back on saying that I don't understand how our Spaghetti Fest experience over the years developed into, say, such a psychedelic haven, if you will. But I don't care. It's okay to be who you are in the spirit of Mushfoot. We need to start just making it normal for people to be able to express things that are not a big deal. So, ha 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 ha. Here we are, being just as good as we gotta do. So, we have the fill in the blanks coming right here, and some more surprise vault stuff. Spaghetti Fest 1, that was really good to go back there. Even if it was Midnight Spaghetti or any band, I'd enjoy that experience of going back, and we go back in time. Man, so maybe a little bit of another one of my favorite musicians, because we are closing out the season. I know, I play this one too, but it's party time. And we got a show coming up on Saturday, so you're still getting some extra music. I hear Preach Freedom on the drums.
Reds can pounded us down well again. Your horizons lay crowded to my chair. I started to drown in your vision. You look through your window, safely to the air. I was left swelling in your pool of aggression. I said, treat like a martyr. Mister, come down and say, see your misery. Reds came pounded us down well again. Through your weakness I shed my skin, open wide to my spirit. And I looked through your window safely to the air. I was left swallowing in your pool of aggression. I said, let them martyr. Let them martyr. All right, there we go.
All right, people.
Do we fill the blanks in? Fill the blanks in, yeah. Oh man, Martyr, Michael Glubicki of Rusted Root. Another major influence. It was an influence night. If you ever wanted to know who I was talking about earlier, it was Lona Navarro, Walking on a Wire. Oh, I had to whisper that one, but Dan gives me permission. I hope to have played that one. That was from the Birchmere, legendary DC, Alexandria actually venue, but region, you know, the DC region. We're very proud of DC, even if you live outside of it. Is there a way to say that so people can understand why we all say that? By no means not trying to claim that I live in DC, because I live in Harrisonburg, obviously. I've said so much. Oh, man. So, here we are with, finally, the notorious, well, not the two notorious ones that everybody knows, but our fill-in-the-blank game. The fill-in-the-blank game for episode 12 of season 7. And here we are, which means that when I come back for next season, it is season 8 ball. Oh, that sounds weird. That means that everything's gonna go really, really fast. No, just kidding. Not like that. All right, so had my fun with the drumsticks, and now we move on. Nothing is like the desk. I did have the snares out the last time. I guess I could do that for you all, and that could just be kind of like flashy again, you know? All right, so you got a little bit of snares there, but I kind of feel like the desk is good stuff. This is very desk, is keeping it solid while I play actually some of my worst poker lately. I was on a streak of big wins. I wasn't into it. See, what's happening is your mental game. I was doing so many things. Anyways, so we've got to hone it in here so I could have a good poker week with a solid fill-in-the-blanks game. Have a good week for everybody and an off-season time. Listen to Midnight Spaghetti with our set with the Dems. This is going to be, it'll be a short, sweet, beautiful experience online, fun times, and we are wishing good vibes to Buck right now. We love you, buddy. Buck on the bass. So, here we go. The fill in the blanks for tonight, as we remember that some of you have your answers in different spots. So I am going to try to make sure that we have the compilation just right. We have tried. I promise you we have tried. Oh, Lord knows I've tried to carry on. All right. Might have had a little bit of beer tonight. So I started talking to you in song. That happens. Okay? Wow, I got a little shout out from Pete Carey on our YouTube, and that to me makes me feel really good. And holla with the White Owl, my man. So check this out. And I know who White Owl is. He used to live in Whitehall, JMU. Oh, I've said too much about you too. All right, so here we go. For tonight, the first question was name bands with fruit in their name. And I might have cheated and expanded beyond just the fruit, but people gave me some answers here to, I think I was the one cheating when I have my list, but let's go. Peaches and herb. Oh, melt my face off. That's a good one. Blind Melon. You better believe it. Blind Melon's one of my favorite bands. Please watch the freaking movie about Shannon Hoon. Shed a tear. You know, it's okay to shed a tear once in a while to remember why you're here. All right. The Daryl Strawberries. Holy fuck. My face just got melted off. Whoever said the Daryl Strawberries made me one of the happiest people tonight. Because, you know, all jokes going on, I love it when things reference things that make me smile from good days. Wow, the Daryl Strawberries. If I could explain to people how I came up with that name, but it was the first time I got to pick human beings to be in a band that I don't play in and name them. And that was something that was a concept I wanted to do at Spaghetti Fest. So thank you for reminding me. And then right before that, you mentioned Blind Melon, one of my favorite bands. Oh my God. All right. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes, the pepper is technically a fruit. Okay. Very nice. That is very good. I got Blueberry Jam. Dudes who used to go to JMU, they had this song like I believe in. I forget what I can't sing one of their songs. Yams from Outer Space, not fruit. But please forgive me. Shady Potato. I remember them. But you know, these are not fruit, but per se anything that falls in the category of. Okay, we get the point. I'm gonna give a quote from I was watching Parks and Rec, and the one dude's band whose name changes all the time. I think it's Chris Pratt, and when he gets on the mic and he goes, "Hi, we're God Hates Figs." Holy shit! I just talked to you all about figs earlier. I love figs. I'm watching this shit, and he goes, "God Hates Figs." That is a really great band name. Sorry, as demonic as I said it, I love that name, especially when I was right next to my wife who gets upset about the number of figs I have. But now I will tell you that gets a little linked to some other stuff in these questions anyways. So, Strawberry Alarm Clock. That's a band. I need to do some research. I don't have my Matt Pinfield on, which means that I don't know everybody. April Wine. Fruit of the Vine. That is a perfectly okay answer for me, especially during the holiday season. When I say holiday season, happy Rosh Hashanah, happy New Year, and be good to your fellow people, as everyone always knows. All right, number 2. We are doing well. That was a really good number 1. I feel good about that. Is this song about working out or about sex? Name songs that wanna make you sweat. All right, let's see what we got. Pound Cake. Row, row, row your boat. Well, I don't know if that's about that, but it's sure now you made it about that. Devo Whip It. Wow, you know what? Well, now that you put it that way, for sure. How about, let's see, Physical, Olivia Newton-John. That is true. They make her out to be so innocent. She's like, let's get physical. And then she's like the girl, she's Sandy, baby. All right. Wow, that was a good one. That got me kind of shaken, so I had to move off course and not look at my list. 30 Days in the Hole. Okay. And that is definitely well, if you're 30 days in the hole. Humble Pie. Wow. All right. Okay, wow. Okay, I had for sexual songs, how about When You Make Love? Do you look in the mirror? That one's just that's straight up. That's not even fair. But Push It. Maybe pushing it real good, if you will. Let's Talk About Sex. That one's about sex, I'm pretty sure. That seems to be the same group. How about Six Packets? That's that. There you go. The Humpty Dance. I don't know if I'm breaking the rules, but I'm just stating some stuff that we know. Some lovin' songs. How about Lovin' an Elevator? Those are all good ones. All right. Let's keep moving. I'm really having a little too much fun on this season finale. I'm already out of beer, and I went up and got another one. That's why I played you all a long song. All right, here we go. Next one is we did famous people who aged well. Now it's time to talk about the Crypt Keepers. Top celebs that did not age well. Okay, I know this sounds mean, but okay, we have to be fair is fair. There's one or the other. You either did or you didn't. And that doesn't mean I did or you did or we did or anybody didn't. Okay? So we're gonna talk about celebs right now that can handle this shit. They can solve their feelings with their money. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Number 3, Kirstie Alley. Oh man. Cheers. Oh, too soon? Okay. Number 3, Mickey Rourke. I was getting worried there as I started reading Mickey. Even though I compiled this list from your answers, that would have been really messed up if I read my own name. One of y'all should not say that, and I better not read it now that I'm looking down the list. Val Kilmer, my man. Jim Morrison, you know, much respect to Val. He's the saint. Elizabeth Shue. Why do I have to always bring her up on this show? And then, oh, Val. Watch the Doors movie. Meg Ryan calls him Val by accident. They left it in there. All right. Number 3, any more others? Axl Rose. You know, though, Axl Rose, sometimes he says things that are kind of like, you know, sounds like a good human being as far as like the way people should be treated. And then he kind of acts like Axl Rose in other situations. But I will say Axl Rose tied with the Blind Melon connection. I'm happy to be able to say those answers on there. Just in general, because once again, we're talking about people connected to people, connected to people, connected to people. Now, Duff, you have some explaining to do about mine. All right. So, we go to number 4. Number 4. And we're cruising with some great answers. Thank you for participating. To the usuals, to the people who post anything on the page and on the episodes, thanks for listening to our stream and being a part of this. I'm going to keep on saying it because, you know, I'm sitting here in the studio and you guys are being a part of something that I'm enjoying all the time with you every other week. So I will be back for season 8. You know, I signed myself. I'm coming back for another season. All right. It's Mickey, go. You got to go on to the, you know, get me cable access. Okay, number 4. Name any pets you have or have had and include breeds, make it up. If you don't have any, name one famous voice you like or one you hate. Could be either real voice or in character played in a movie. We will do the rest. All right, so here's what it is. We're going to go to some of your answers. We'll go through this. We try to make things kind of interesting. We have used a lot of stuff. So here we go. One person mentioned that they once had a small fry. The small fry was the name of their parakeet. And oddly enough, this parakeet would be able to mimic the voice of James Earl Jones. And so what we've got is the idea is that imagine if, now that I mentioned this like first answer, the concept of this question was imagine if designer pets of the future. You see, everything is getting either better or more interesting to have than the old way it was. And what if eventually all pets could speak? It is not my beer speaking or any extracurricular, okay? All right? I am just trying to have a little fun with you, okay? So don't go telling me that I'm going to have a mermaid special or aliens from out, you know, that made no sense. I was about to say aliens from outer space, but ancient aliens from outer space. All right. I better get back to the question. But here we go. So therefore, our friend here has designed a parakeet named Small Fry that speaks like James Earl Jones. Now, James Earl Jones is, Luke, I am your father. Come to the dark side, and I shall salvage your life. Did I do a good job? Or, I knew Babe Ruth. No, that was bad. I see. You know what? I used the cup, the beer cup, to try to get the deep Darth Vader voice, but I can't do the Sandlot one, which is like just so cool. I can do. This is the book that got Bubba cooked. Yellow Pages. Does anybody even get the Yellow Pages? You remember that ad? Okay. Time keeps on ticking. All right. So we're going to move on to the next person's animal. So Dex is a hound mix. And, well, here's the deal. There's a hound mix litter of puppies. And they've got available one named Dex that sounds like Sam Elliott. And one named Dix that sounds like Gilbert Gottfried. Do not ever get a cameo from Gilbert Gottfried. My wedding will explain to you that one. That's all you do. When I say my wedding, that's my wedding is the explanation. I'm not going to actually show you my wedding and Gilbert Gottfried wasn't there. But let's just say someone got me a video from Gilbert Gottfried and it was very inappropriate. So it seems that he has come up a lot, and so was this litter's influence, if you mean, because apparently in the same pet shop there is a street kitty named Butterscotch, and it also has Gilbert Gottfried's voice. So we're screwed, because it seems that when designer pets come out, there's going to be Gilbert Gottfried's everywhere. So it just won't end. This person had, wow. Okay, so we've got more James Earl Jones pets on the list. Here we go. And that was a lot of fun for that one, because it seems that not so many pets made the list. But the idea was just to play jog the mind. What would happen if you had, for example, a poodle that sounded like Reba McEntire, or a Chihuahua that actually sounded like Cheech Marine? That, like, holy shit, I would totally get a Chihuahua. I like kind of like Chihuahuas in a way, although I don't really have one or want one really, but I don't mind them from afar as like, but one that like sounded like Cheech Marine would be my best friend. I can't, these are kind of things that personification is okay. We shouldn't really do anything or genetically alter them. And I'm not trying to disrupt. The animals are already so cool the way they are. So please, everybody, this is just in the spirit of the radio. And I've been drinking, so be nice. So here we move on. Yes, that's a good idea. Everyone's like, please, Mickey. Hey, I've been keeping the show pretty tight, all right? We are on the last episode, and you're going to get some extra music at the end of the weekend. So, Locked Down. Number 5, Lockdown. Blank had a lock on it when I was a kid to keep people out from taking something I cherished. So let's see what our friends here have got to say for that one, because a lot of things had a lock on them. I see that I was about to say I see somebody here says that they had a little porno closet with a lock on it. That was very respectful, so that they could at least, instead of people seeing it, that if they got caught or someone said open that closet, and you're like, no, it's locked, it's private. And they go, what's in there? And you have to admit, it's better that they don't have to see it, but that you could, I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just trying to say. And someone said they had a diary with a lock on it. That's true. A liquor cabinet, and it didn't work. The liquor cabinet didn't work, or the lock on it, meaning like in the liquor cabinet there was water in the bottles and your parents just let you have a fake liquor cabinet? I don't know. Maybe it didn't have to be back when you were a kid. I mean, it was kind of part of the question is way back that you protected or cherished. So let's see what else other people had a lock on. Fireworks stand. Yes, fireworks stands definitely have to have a lock on them and a big no smoking sign. I miss the old school fireworks stands. They got more and more organized and less, it seemed like less fireworks, but more organized. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But maybe that's a point to bring up to fireworks stands from now on. But Mom and Daddy's toy and weed cabinet. They had, Mommy and Dad's toys? They have toys? I wonder what toys those were. Ooh, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. All right. That's bad. My grandma's china press. All right. And that wasn't saying my grandma's. That was obviously reading somebody's answer. That sounded so convincing. Liquor cabinet again. Man, a lot of people had liquor cabinets. I don't think I asked. Let me see what the question was, because I just said kid. Yes, had a lock on it when I was a kid to keep people out or from taking something I cherished. Some of you had liquor cabinets when you were kids. I was a dork. Man, I was locking up other things. Okay. All right, so we're going to move to name something ridiculous you have traded or either because you wish you hadn't or because it was a great deal. I know that was worded wrong, but the whole point was that something you traded that you wish you hadn't, and that's why you won't forget for this day. So no and nobody. Come on, let me see what we got. Traded Tiger Woods video game for 20 rounds of ammo. I'm not gonna say I'm happy somebody said they got 20 rounds of ammo for Tiger Woods video game. That might be a really good trade, which I think that kind of sounds like one, depending on when you traded it from what year it was. So I'm not judging either way. What I'm trying to get at, though, is I do remember that kids bartered video games all the time when I was a kid. And I barely had very many video games, but I do remember that I did not really go trading them or leaving them places or borrowing them. In fact, I remember going to Errol's Video in this DC area and renting some Nintendo games or renting when it became Blockbuster, getting a couple games here and there. But for the most part, I would not be one of those kids who was like trading out people's video games, and then you take the other friend's video game cartridge and you take it home and yeah, you have to blow on that thing. All right. So you get what I'm saying? And then they're like, hey, your cartridge is not working. Oh, yours is working great. Yeah, because I keep mine clean. All right. So what else was traded? I like that you brought that up. Tiger Woods video game, though, had to be in the time frame. For that person who said that, I'm pretty certain. What did you get for your Dreamcast? Oh, identifier. All right. So number 6 for this person was a 45 of 2 awesome Debbie Boone songs. That is great. Awesome. I love that. That is a great answer. A 45 of 2 awesome Debbie Boone songs. All right. Let me see here. Not me, but my dad. 77 Eldorado convertible with a 40-foot cabin cruiser for a 67 VW Bug for gambling debt. Wow. That is pretty good. I feel like that's something out of the movie Maverick. I don't know. That is no. There's no cars in Maverick. They're like wagons. I am not even drunk. I dropped my own self on my head or something. I don't know what's going on. But all's good. If I can still taste the beer that I don't have in my cup, I'm out. All right, Dorado convertible with 40-foot cabin cruiser for a 67 VW Bug for gambling debt. That is a good answer. I like that answer. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, So we're moving on to the very last answer of the night, which means we are almost done with our episode. We are done with our season almost, but we are not done. We have music coming from Midnight Spaghetti on Saturday, and we also just have a good block of some tunes before I fade out here. So, good humor, good service, blank should be sold, or as a service, the ice cream man should take over. Let's be creative and see what the ice cream man could sell. Well, you guys got it. So I hear music down the street. I hear it, and I don't know if I have the ice cream man. That's not fair. I'm just gonna have like a random ice cream man sound. I'm gonna make up. We're all gonna have to act like it was the ice cream man. Right? No, we won't. Yeah, okay, alright. I couldn't find the ice cream man, so I don't have to diss myself. Alright, so we go. What are your answers for this? We've got edibles. Becky, I called you out because I said your name and it said on there, but that is a good answer. If they drove around with some edibles, there was, they do that. I saw it in New Orleans. They go around with the CBD to give people kind of their joint pain. But you imagine, you hear like, what would you listen to? What would you hear just out of curiosity to, what do you think it would sound like when the ice cream man is coming down the street to sell you ice cream, edibles, and I don't know, like lottery tickets? I made that one.
Yeah, man.
I got the edibles for you, boy. Yeah, you see that? That'd be kind of cool. All right, yeah, that would work. Whatever you've got, whatever floats your boat, but whatever gets your ice cream man is what I find. So I've heard ice cream men or women riding down the street with some reggae. It sounds righteous. It doesn't always have to be like It's a Small World After All kind of shit playing on there. All right, so mail service, come get your post and ice cream. I totally think it would be badass if the postal service sold ice cream. I was thinking that earlier, and I just want to give the credit to the credit's due for the person who said, get your mail service. Do you know how badass it would be to be like, give me a strawberry shortcake, the lunch lady version, or like the school lunch version one, only a little better, and my mail. Oh, I got the water bill and the strawberry shortcake. All right. Oh, yeah. If you heard like a little song coming down the street and you were fresh out of weed and condoms, this person says, well, that would be quite the double up. Oh, you see what I did there? That you can get two things accomplished. Double wrap. All right, yeah, you got it there. This show is going there because it's the last one, and it's my prerogative. All right, so wow, what else? I got nothing oh, come on. Some people said that they don't know what else that they could sell, or deliver. I have to say, going through this season, everybody, I have been honored to be able to play these games with all of you, the loyal listeners, and those who write me messages on the YouTube page, and those that maybe I sometimes don't get your answers from, or say them later than I should have. And if I did, I'm really, really, really sorry. Even on my own answers, I don't always read, or I miss some of them. But I can just tell you, whenever we go over this stuff or we play these games in all good light, it is an honor to be able to make people laugh or smile in any way, or even pause and go, whoa, that was a bad one, or yeah, I like that. Oh, and in that sound, we remember that there is so much more, even though we are down to the wire. I'm going to play some music. I'll tell you, one thing I didn't say earlier was trades that I remember. When I was a kid, I traded one card for a Cal Ripken Super Rookie and a Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie. And I was so proud of myself. Even though they're not really worth anything, I was so proud. Now, if I could just remember what card it was that I traded. But on that note, card collecting is just like my fig collection. And I'm staring at some of my favorites that I brought in. I have a Violette de Bordeaux. See, I'm teaching you guys a little bit. My Chicago Hardies, my Mission Figs, and I've got an Olympia. So for everybody out there, find something that just makes you, makes you go, but really more, find something out there that makes you feel connected to the planet. And I wrote that today on our page. No matter what your beliefs are, go encourage voting, go vote, and pick something out that you can do that is going to save this beautiful planet we live on. We're all stuck to it. I don't know anybody who defies gravity. Well, yes, I do. There are some amazing people who defy gravity, but they still have to come back down. So there I am, back with a little bit to play for you before I go. And thank you for listening tonight. And what will we play? Well, we're going to play some more from the vault that started this season with coming out with stuff that people hadn't heard at all from the submissions from bands all over. And I'm going to play for you One Under's Juniper Falls, followed by some great music before we close out the night. Thank you for playing the Fill in the Blanks game. It has been awesome.
she never needed me, but she was not on guard. She said, this is where it all runs out, that never leaves my mind.
Spaghetti Fest Radio. This is your host, Mickey Glago. And as we conclude season 7, episode 12, and the entire season, make sure you take advantage of your time that you have here to do positive things so we can see you on the flip side. It's season 8 with great announcements saying that we are on the flip side of all these changes that we've experienced that became a norm now for a while, but we will go back to the way things were, hug each other, high five, dance in the woods, and maybe we can announce another event again. We're doing events, but I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not going to say the words, but you heard it here that maybe in the works. So, ending it out tonight, feels appropriate to share something behind the scenes and different. So here we go. We're going to give you a little music, a little something. You don't get to know what it was. How about that? We all know.
This under my skin, I don't speak of such things, but you don't want no one to know this, that you were with me before there was him, before love was broken, no hurtful words were spoken. I dreamed of you almost every night, but now that time sets in, people shed their skin. I still believe that you are only mine all the time. And another road you would be my girl. It's like a crime for me to say. In another universe, this was my first, and all your love was meant for me. Once we had a moment with no one else, all to ourselves, but I found a way to blow it. I pushed you away and somehow I fell, because you never win, second chance to do